Hi everyone, Jonas Enstrom from Science Filmmaking Tips here. Today we're talking about my little friend right here. This is the Insta360 One R camera. There are numerous action cameras on the market, and if you're into any form of wildlife filmmaking, traveling filmmaking, conservation work, where you spend a lot of time in the field documenting your work, then I'm sure you can agree with me that having some sort of action camera, a small camera that you can just put in your pocket, throw around, that can take a lot of beating and that kind of stuff, is going to be really useful to have.
Just go, because there's alligators. Go.
Just
go.
Now, in the recent years, there's been a whole explosion of cameras that can shoot 360 footage, 360 degrees, offering a whole new set of possibilities, getting pretty much impossible shots. But jumping into the 360 market can be a little bit intimidating to a lot of people because of the additional workflow that is required working with 360 footage. Now, what Insta360 has done with this camera is created the first ever modular action camera that is pretty much offering the best of both two worlds when it comes to action cameras, the traditional ones and the 360 cameras. And it is packed with interesting features and cool possibilities. This is what we're talking about. We first have a core unit. This is kind of like the computer of the whole thing. Then that attaches to a camera unit, which is where it becomes really brilliant because there are several different cameras to use. We have the traditional one-directional action camera, which shoots 4K at 60 frames per second at its highest resolution, which is kind of the standard for many action cameras today. But then there is a 1-inch camera version, developed in partnership with Leica, meaning awesome glass and high-end video quality. This camera unit is like the top-notch version of action cameras. Next is the 360 module that looks like this, with one camera on each opposite side of this cube. And if you're not familiar with 360 videos before, the images from the two cameras automatically get stitched together for a 360 degree view. The closest point of focus is said to be about 30 centimeters, about 1 foot away, and anything closer than that also messes up with the stitching of the camera, so that makes sense. There is also a drone setup allowing you to attach the 360 cameras to a DJI Mavic drone where you can get aerial 360 footage. And Insta360 are also said to come out with a 3D module as well. Looks like this. Really cool option if you have the project that call for it. Some people might wonder what you need a one-directional lens for when you can shoot in 360, and that's a good question. Here are some of the answers to that. First one is resolution. Even though the 360 camera shoots 5.7K, that is still less resolution than the 4K one-directional camera. So if you have a 4K setup on the one-directional camera, that is going to be a lot greater than 4K on the 360 camera. And the second reason is slow motion. If you want to shoot any form of slow motion with the 360 camera, you have to drop down the resolution to 4K, but the one-directional camera will shoot 200 frames per second in full HD, which is pretty awesome. And another big reason shooting with a one-directional camera instead of the 360 camera is workflow. It is usually a lot easier to work with the footage from a one-directional camera than from the 360 camera, which usually requires a few extra steps before you can put it into an editing software. So those are some of the major reasons why it's really good to have the option of choosing between the two different lenses. Now let's look at some features. First, the whole setup is waterproof to 5 meters. Below that you will need an underwater housing, but still pretty incredible for a modular design. The core unit has a screen on it that is also a touchscreen, and the features and settings are easily accessible. Plus there are many ways to make custom adjustments to the image. The camera has a built-in stabilization system, making the image super stable. Just look at this footage. I was going over really bumpy terrain and had the camera on a fully extended invisible stick attached to my back. Oh yeah, worth pointing out here, there are a lot of accessories and mounts, plus they have made most of them compatible with the huge market of GoPro mounts out there. The first and pretty much necessary accessory though is the invisible stick. It's called invisible because it automatically gets erased from the 360 video clips when it's stitched together. I also really love this back bar. It looks kind of like a harness that you attach around your waist that allows you to attach the invisible stick to your back. Another huge feature that many YouTubers testing this camera have been raving about is the phone app. It connects really easy to the camera and has been awesome for me as the touchscreen is pretty small for someone with big fingers like me. The camera and app include a powerful AI system that can both do automatic tracks and auto framing. Just select the clip, click and hold, and the AI system will auto track for as long as you want. And even if something gets in the way like these branches here, it finds its way back quickly. You use the app to work with the 360 footage, but you can also do things like automatically create cool built-in effects. This motion time-lapse is a fun one. A short video explains how to do it, and all you have to do is apply the effect. It automatically detects where my feet are. Or this one, same deal. Video shows you how it's done, apply the effect, and let it do its thing. The app is also a powerful editing program that lets you edit your videos on the phone, and as far as I know, for a software linked to a product, this is the first time you can include footage from other cameras and things shot with the phone in the edits. So it pretty much cuts the need for other editing programs you would have to pay for, so thank you for that. The camera, of course, records internal audio.
Alright, let's go.
But you can also use an adapter to plug in small wireless microphones. The camera also has the option of connecting your AirPods via Bluetooth, so you can use your AirPods as microphones.
So I got the AirPods in, let's test this audio out. Okay, I'm gonna walk back and count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 23, 24, 25.
There are of course a couple of things that I think could improve. For example, the touchscreen sometimes feels a bit small for my fingers, but that could also just be the fault of my anatomy and not the camera. And on the same line, the SD card is a little bit hard to get out of the camera when it is in its frame. The opening on the side of the frame is pretty small, so I usually have to take the camera out of the frame to get it out, which can definitely be a little bit frustrating. My opinion has always been that hybrid solutions were a bit of a risk, but I have to say that as far as I have experienced so far, they have put a lot of thought into each part of this modular design. And if I now break something, which I am sure will happen, I hopefully only have to buy a new module and not the whole thing, which I've had to do in the past, and that is definitely appreciated. Now I should say that this is not a new camera, but the fact that it is modular has given Insta360 the possibility to build upon the existing kind of foundation and come out with new features and new lenses and new updates to the original camera.
I think that's how you do it.
All right, everyone, I hope you enjoyed that little tutorial / review of the Insta360 One R. If you're curious about this camera, I'm gonna put some links down below, and also keep an eye out on Insta360's website and their stores, because a lot of times they have little package deals where they throw in some freebies and accessories with their cameras as well. If you like this video, please go ahead and subscribe and click the like button as well. We have more videos coming out, even though we have been a little bit absent on the channel lately, but we have more videos coming. So stay tuned for that, and thanks for watching.